Hello Sunshines and welcome to 2 Days Play Disco Elysium by Za-Um. I'm DeValiente and I'm playing with my friend Bon, whose channel you can follow in the link in the description below. After a 3-day bender, you have lost your memory and now you must solve a murder without even knowing your own name. If you want to see more games from this channel, drop a like and a follow and tell us in the comments what you want to see us play next. Warning! This video contains strong language and imagery that some may find disturbing. Discretion is advised. Now, without further ado, let's get started.
Ooh.
She's
If
gone.
I exit here,
Oh.
inside the frame of a motorcycle in repair, the tools used to disassemble. That's also locked.
We come into a lot of locked things.
Capside apartments, we do, yeah. Okay, this is the roundabout north. What?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Impossible 18.
Wow. Why am I looking at this wall? Very low.
It is a white check, which means we can retry it again.
And then we have +2 to Cindy's artistic impulses. So
Let's give it a shot.
It's just a conceptualization.
You have no clue. It's just a wall.
Maybe it's like
So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
it's like, ooh, if we get some paint we can come back and be like, oh, I have the perfect idea. I shall be known as the Graffito Hobo Cop.
Superstar Graffito Hobo Cop.
Superstar Graffito Hobo Cop.
Belly of the boat looks recently painted.
So she has no
Docking.
reserve for residence.
She has.
Rue de Saint-Ghislain.
Your room in Whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. This is worth more than you'll ever have in your whole life.
Dang.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm
She
Joyce.
extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the
Okay.
harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Yes.
What exactly is the RCM?
I'm
I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia. The police.
What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Who's Joyce L?
Beaton, my maiden name.
Her bony hand dangles. Shake her hand or don't shake her hand.
Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you
Her
here.
grip is tight and cold.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
How interesting. I wish you a swift
Thank you.
recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat. Just
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck underneath her feet.
green.
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19, because that's the type
Oh.
of sloop
Okay,
it
but
is.
what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft. a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for
Do you
business.
like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel tips,
What?
baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Thank you, Kim.
Not a lot
Yeah.
of people on boats.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
I thought we were in Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
I haven't. I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol
I
and
love that
pursuit
he became
vehicle.
defensive of his car.
Don't talk about my wife that way.
It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's
He's
not
like,
a toy.
don't come from my
Yeah.
car.
We're not here to talk about my car.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the
Dealer
islands.
license.
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn
Can I see?
license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic
doesn't answer the
regattas.
question.
Even finished once.
Can I see?
Actually, you don't.
What do you mean?
The Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's
Oh.
operator license. It's a little-known fact among us law officials.
That's dumb.
Makes sense. I mean, look at
Yeah.
No need to resort to self-pity, detective. You can still
Okay.
ask
Yes,
for
I'm
a
gonna need your passport.
Of course.
Okay, look at her passport.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seagent.
For the photo.
The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you. Face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads, Rejoice
Your
Leighton
name is
Messier.
Joyce?
Yes. But please don't
Why?
call me that. Joyce is much more efficient.
You're from Vesper?
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
Okay, everything's in order.
She nods and returns the plastic bag to
Okay,
her
I have a
coat.
handle on the boat thing.
Good.
You seem rich. Can I have money? Oh, you seem smart. I need someone to give me the lowdown on this reality. Finally.
This
She pulls the
reality.
hood closer to her neck. I got so drunk, I literally forgot
Oh my
everything.
god.
What?
I didn't know she had tea.
Me either.
I went on a 3-day bender and now need you to explain the world to me. I woke up in a trashed hotel room, superstar style. Before that, everything's a
God.
blank. A supernatural event took place, point to your head, within my head on alcohol. Please don't make me say it again.
Either one or two.
I
Even though I kind
I
of like
love
the
both.
supernatural event took place.
Yeah, I love these
Yeah.
ones, but I love just being like, explain the world.
Yeah. Explain the world to me, lady. Let's do it.
Such an acute encephalopathy. Just doesn't seem possible.
She's
Surely you're joking.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a low-down.
Kim is
on
acting like
vulnerability.
he's taking an AI robot.
We may be here a while then.
Yeah, like
Ask away,
yeah.
officer.
Kim is just
I'll help however I
asking
can.
like, or he's acting like he's taking an AI robot on its first outing ever. It's just like, just ignore what it says and just do what it asks. Okay.
What are you?
What I am not is a basic term of
Okay.
reality.
What is this?
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
I mean, what is this place here?
Ah! This is the pier of Rue des
Gislaine.
Saint-Ghislaine, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two.
She looks around. What is the Rue de Gislaine?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old.
She looks at the crumbly facade.
This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war,
Who
of
lived in
course.
them?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off. Splat, splat.
From a dilapidated balcony, a young girl in odd clothes gives Joyce the evil eye, red paintbrush held to her throat.
You could be wrong, but from here it appears as if she's running the brush across her throat in a
Interesting.
soaring motion.
Eat the rich.
Yeah,
Eat the rich.
the rich. Eat the rich.
Wonderful.
What is that?
The girl in the old lady rags.
Yes.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture.
Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Okay, now explain the same thing, but to a child. I understand everything. Make it more complicated somehow.
But to a child.
Young people who dye their hair funny colors and wear old people's clothes are stupid, and their little rebellion is self-defeating. All right. What next?
Where are we?
We're in Martinez.
Baby.
Babe.
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it
I'm a
no
disco
heed.
holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
What's Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the
Oh,
ocean.
The ocean.
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
It's full
What's
of
the name?
Caillou,
Okay.
as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Tell me about another, perhaps more fundamental aspect of reality. I think we can come back to
Right.
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a
What is the city?
The great
What makes
kind.
it great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
When was it built?
In the DeLorean century. 380
Who
years
built
ago.
it?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Semenine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
Why will it resolve?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest.
So it's like a stress test.
Right.
By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff
Why
of
here?
men. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective
The
tissue.
insulin ocean.
It's where the money is.
We're unimportant in an unimportant We're unimportant part of an important place.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
She points across the water where the skyscraper sides.
A collection of tall ghosts behind the water vapor, light reflected off their glass windows.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the Bank of the World building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission
The
Command.
insulin mission
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating
I
from it.
wanna observe.
She observes your eyes scanning the horizon, then breaks the silence, slowly. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
But won't I be lazy if I don't do it now?
Oh, of course not. You are already diligent for getting this far, and diligent does remember.
He treats me like a
Indeed.
child. It's so great.
I'm always at your service.
I know. What is acute encephalopathy?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You get yourself
What
checked
causes
out.
that?
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol
It's
use.
definitely the drinking.
She nods slowly. What this boils down to is, this reality thing is stupid. Blow this joint, grab a bottle, and drain that shit right down your throat.
Wipe that urge.
She stares at you, head tilted to the side, with a slightly concerned look on her face.
I'm gonna come back
Right.
to these because I do want to try to succeed at them without locking them.
Right.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
You seem rich. Can I have money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy,
But why
is
not?
it? Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes.
What
bud.
lustrous hair.
A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave, late 40s style, positively statuesque. While dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't
Yes, I
ask this
can.
person for money. You're too
Um, this is a woman, and I am a man.
I should make my own good. I never felt it before.
Shame? You haven't really been in the presence of gentlefolk either,
No.
have you? What shame is there to be felt in front of these dock workers, cops, and hotel clerks, but to belittle yourself in these eyes of Odinin?
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate
Money,
to ask.
please.
Nah, I'm gonna wait.
Aw.
I want to know about the lynching.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that,
There's a
detective?
lot of
Remember I
questions.
told you that I literally cannot remember even the most basic
Right.
facts about reality?
How can I
One
forget?
of those facts is where my badge is, another's my name.
I was hoping your condition
No.
was rhetorical, detective. A questioning technique.
I wish it were.
I have sympathy for your highly unusual conditions, sir, and I believe you. But as it stands, I cannot share any confidential information until I've
Okay.
seen both your badges.
I understand the dictates of protocol, ma'am, but is there no way around it?
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. These are my employer's orders.
Well, your employer's stupid.
Plus one sympathy for amnesia, but it's a red check, which means I can't redo it. So I'm gonna step aside for now.
Of course. But before we do, officers, let me be perfectly clear. The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us.
I'm guessing we're gonna get the same responses about these two then, because she's employed by Wild
Right.
Pines, and it sounds like she doesn't want to give any information about her employment and the strike and the lynching,
Right.
which are, I'm guessing, are all tied together.
Right.
Until I have my badge. So I'm gonna leave that for now.
Of course, Detective.
Ooh, how about that?
Spot complete. White morning.
Okay, so, and the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse of the world. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in the shop in the corner, and finally in the matchbox house. Sitting by the window, white flowers in the windowsill. You can smell them from up here. It's awful, a white morning. A modern death, a divorce, or similar. All you can do is put more distance between him and make him smaller. Make him less you. Bonuses. Plus 20 zoom out distance all motorics learning caps raised by 1. Interesting. Derealization. Name after name after name, none of them familiar. They seem real, but something is wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on a fridge. You can almost see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch the corners, see if they peel loose. This feels the most important thoughts, the one you must truly complete. But I can't internalize anything until I forget something.
Right.
And I can't forget until I have a skill point.
Ah.
Okay. Keep asking Joyce about reality.
This poor woman. This poor, long-suffering woman.
Yeah. We're almost at the next level up.
Okay.
So instead of putting something here, I wonder if we can use that skill point to
Get a
put
new
something
slot.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's go find that guy.
Let's go.
I need to find the other entrance to the balcony. Ah, there. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires.
Wow, that's totally safe.
The curtains shift. Someone's watching me from within. Ooh. Is that locked?
Yep.
Yeah. Just a door. Nothing for here for me right now.
But later.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Somebody's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him
I
is
hate
in the
that this
evening.
is in military
Right.
time because I can't recognize what time it is.
For
I think 1800
is
is like
6.
6,
yeah.
7.
No, it's 6. 'Cause it's if you
Okay.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
What
Yeah.
do you mean?
you take
All
yeah,
right.
2100. Yeah.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number
It's
28.
delete.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building.
Oh my god, just
Don't
shut
worry.
up so I can
You
talk.
get him.
With military time, what I do is I subtract 2 from the second digit, and that's how I know what time it is.
2 from the second digit, so that would make it 6:48. And then you disregard the
Yeah.
1?
So like 21 would
Remember,
be 11.
Tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
I have a thought. Complete silence. Door to see here. Door for 30. Voices from some within. Someone's singing to some buoyant dance track. Oh. Okay, I can't reach across there right now. Alright, well, if that's the case, I can start talking to like these doors.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Examine.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short
I
work
have
of it.
those.
Ooh.
Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
I'm gonna knock first, though.
No reply.
Hold on. I am going to save game.
Right.
I'm going to save here. And now I am going to put tools. There we go. Oh, I have alcohol now. When did I get that?
That's a good question. Was it a
Oh,
bottle
you know, I
we
must-
picked up?
No, it must have been one of the items in like a box I found.
Oh.
Because there's been a couple times where I've just done like take all without
Oh,
looking.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so. And then smoker on the balcony.
This door has been closed with a padlock.
Yeah.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you,
I like that
detective.
he's totally chill with that.
Well, I mean, they probably don't have warrants here.
That's true. A flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. Blah, 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 blah. A bullet.
Ooh, but we don't have a gun. We got a new shirt too.
I wonder if it's a book of critical theory on monstrosities of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns.
Okay, so this person is...
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz
Who is this
Mazov.
Krasmazov? Wasn't he like one of the false innocents or something?
I think so?
Let's see.
He's known as the father of scientific communism, also known as Masovianism. His theories about economic history greatly influenced, some would even say sparked, the anti-centennial revolution.
Why do you think he has this?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How
He
fitting.
mumbled that to himself. That's interesting. I wonder what he thinks of that on
Right.
a personal level. Interesting. Okay, so we can level up now. I wonder if that means... Yeah,
Okay.
so, okay. Now we can either unlock another one. We can forget one.
Let's...
Or we can put a point in here.
I kind of want to unlock another... Ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, a thought cabinet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spend one skill
Yeah.
point. Yes. Okay, and that means so we can do embarrassment to the party. It sounds like this one it really emphasizes the importance of this one though.
Yeah.
Here, this feels like the most important of all thoughts.
Right.
So I'm gonna work on internalizing this one.
Right.
I wish we could put like more more abilities into this one.
Yeah.
So Hollis was telling me that when he started the game, you know how at the option it gave us at the opening of the game it gave us the option of like doing an archetype or like putting your own points into
Right.
stuff. He nerfed himself by giving himself 1-1-1-1
Oh, yeah.
and basically could not do anything
Right,
in the
yeah.
game.
Yeah, that's...
Which is really fucking funny.
Yeah. It's one of those things for me, too, where if they're...
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says
It's one of
10.
those things for you.
When there's a skill tree involved, I always want to, like, max out all of the skills. But I can see where this is very limiting for that. Like, if you're trying to do that, you are... Like, you can't. Like, it forces you to work on an archetype. Because it's not like I could do 1-1-1 every time. Because, like, what Hollis did was he couldn't do anything in early games shit. And so it's like, I have to pick something that I want to max out and then maybe consider moving on to a different skill set.
I wonder what it would be like to replay the game and just put everything into one skill set and see how far
Yeah.
through the game you can get depending on what skill set that is.
So far, we've been needing a lot of savoir-faire and not getting
Logic.
it. So maybe like the charisma route is the way that we should go.
All right,
Or,
knock.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door.
Hello.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Who is this? Demands a female voice, very intense. I don't want to say this is
No.
the police open up, but that's the only
Yeah.
option I have.
no.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again. As the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is getting a defensive edge.
Do you
I guess
have a
they-
warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't
That's
have a
true.
warrant.
Yeah.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside the
Alright.
apartment.
Bye.
I guess warrants are a thing here. Thank you for joining us for today's play Disco Elysium by Za. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like and a follow and ring that notification bell so you know when a new episode drops. Also, don't forget to check out the completely free Discord server to chat about games and whatever else is on your mind. I promise we don't bite that hard. Let's keep the comments chill so no hate or spoilers, as we're not above removing those comments and the people who make them. That's all for now, folks. And we'll see you next time.